Good morning, and thanks for being here. I'm Sheriff Coleman Marceno. It infuriates me that I'm here to talk about another animal abuse incident. Last Friday, my family members responded to a scene on Andorra Street in Lehigh Acres to assist Lee County Domestic Animal Services. There were 4 dogs ranging from 1 to 10 years old, and 1 was pregnant. They were locked in cages, enclosed in a locked shed. There was no ventilation, there was no food, and little water. While it was 94 degrees outside, temperatures inside the shed were measured at 111 degrees. Domestic Animal Services responded to the residents twice last week and gave them, for lack of better terms, this human being a chance to improve the living conditions that these dogs were in, but he didn't take it seriously. My stance is crystal clear. I've said it repeatedly since I became sheriff of this great county. If you abuse or neglect an animal, you get a one-way ticket to the Marceno motel. These dogs were subjected to hellish conditions while their owner, 23-year-old Dante Sweeting, went to work. He went about his day without a care in the world. After seeing these conditions, members of my Animal Cruelty Task Force, East District Criminal Investigations Division, all responded to the scene and began our investigation. They worked through the night, writing and executing search warrants, conducting interviews, and collecting evidence. No stone was left unturned. Ultimately, probable cause was developed to charge Sweeting with 4 counts of tormenting or depriving an animal. See it, say it, makes the call. It works. I'd like to thank the anonymous hero that reported this death trap. I always say my family members are the best of the best. This includes my legal team. We're getting really good at taking animal away from owners, and ensuring they get the love and care they deserve. The Lee County Sheriff's Office will always protect those that cannot protect themselves. Animals, children, and elderly, always. Again, you abuse an animal in Lee County, we'll throw you in a Marceno motel every time. I'll take some questions.
Any chance this might be part of a dog fighting or maybe a breeding range?
Nothing about dog fighting or breeding. This lack of a human being just relocated about 2 weeks ago from the 305 in Miami. Welcome to the 239. Welcome to the Marceno motel. We don't tolerate animal abuse in this county. And things may run differently in other parts of the state, but in this county, in 239, he got what he deserves. He goes right to jail.
How are these dogs doing?
So right now, they're being cared by Domestic Animal Services. So, I don't know the exact condition, but thankfully, I will tell you, inside the shed was 111 degrees plus, and the dog's internal body temperature were raising over 100. So if this anonymous caller did not call it in, I'm certain it would have caused death to the dogs. So we're very blessed. They're being treated as we speak, and we are going to do everything possible. And let me tell you what that means. It's not only taking the animal away, or in this case 4 animals away from that lack of a human being, but it's making certain now that my legal team does not get those dogs back to them. So we go through the process. The owner has 5 days to claim those dogs. If in that period he decides that he wants to claim them, well, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to allow that to happen. So what does that mean? My legal team now will go through the courts, we will petition the courts, and we will fight to keep those dogs from going back to those conditions. And once that process begins, he's not able to take those dogs, and they stay in Domestic Animal Services. Look, no human being, for lack of better terms, should be allowed to abuse an animal or neglect an animal like that. He went about his day and could care less while these dogs were literally baking to death in a shed. Not going to happen.
They're all the same breed?
There was a couple of the same breed, but there were 4 dogs in total. So I mean, just mixed, but not the same breed.
Not that they're all like part of the same family. That you can tell.
Two were pit bulls. I don't know the other 2 breeds, but I will tell you. Again, I mean, the conditions were. I mean, it's disgusting. I can't believe that we still stand here at a press conference talking about these things. Okay, now this kid, again, came from the opposite side. He came from the 305. Well, now he's welcome to our county. We're not going to tolerate that here. And again, I stand here and deliver a message, but the heroes, and I say they're heroes because I'm honored to work with my family members. When they get calls like this, they say goodbye to their families. They go right to work. It doesn't matter what time, day or night. They work straight through the night. They work so hard to make certain that we close this out with an arrest, and I'm very proud of them.
Do you think there is a legal loophole that's causing these repeat offenders to continue the cycle?
Well, one thing I'm going to say, I'm going to work and do my best as the sheriff to work with the people that can stiffen these penalties and laws. Domestic Animal Services, they go to a residence, okay, and they give the person a warning, right? And they have to fix things within 30 days. Well, in that 30-day period, those animals are still with the person, and they have maybe that person can make that change, or maybe they can't, but they can't go back for 30 days. Now, the sheriff's office, we can criminally charge somebody. We're not going to wait 1 second. If we go to a house or a residence and these dogs are neglected or abused, we're not waiting 1 second, and we're going to hit them with the fullest extent of the law. So again, I'm very thankful. Domestic Animal Services does a great job, but as a law enforcement agency, we have a lot more push in that pressure, and we can charge immediately.
Has Sweeting been arrested before?
Unknown of his criminal history, again, he 2 weeks ago came from Miami. And look, I don't spend time over there, but I do know that a lot of times different places look at animal cruelty differently, For me, I've been a dog lover since I'm a kid. It doesn't matter being the sheriff. I always promised myself that if I got to a position where I could really make that difference, that I would do everything in my power to help those that cannot help each other. I'm an animal lover. No one should abuse or neglect an animal, or the elderly, or our children. It's our job to protect them all. So it's important, and we are going to do it.
Have you reached out to lawmakers to help bring stronger legislation?
I just began that process. I'm going to talk to senators. I'm going to talk with our great governor, Ron DeSantis, and people that can make the difference. And again, you're always looking to do better. And we need to look at the laws and see that maybe we can do better in certain ways. I think that we could do better if we, one, take away that grace period, okay, where you have to wait 30 days to do some type of action, okay? There should be no waiting period. I also want to see stiffer penalties. If someone abuses or neglects a dog, people say, well, it's just a dog. Well, no, it's an animal, and they can protect themselves. We are their voice. So I would like to see the stiffest penalties imaginable so that people understand we mean business. And the more education and awareness we can get out there, the less enforcement we'll do. I asked Domestic Animal Service, I said, do you see more cases now? What is the job we're doing, is it working? Do you see? And she says, well, we don't see more cases, but more people are calling things in. More people, we're out there every day trying to do the best we can. More people are calling in to make certain that we're not leaving no stone unturned. So there's more cases and more calls for service because people are aware. I also want to take a second. I'm one small part of the puzzle here, okay? We have an amazing state attorney, Amira Fox. Her team is amazing. We are in constant communication. We work very closely together. And I know our state attorney is a huge animal lover, okay? She shares the same passion that I do. So she wants to do everything that she can. Now, those cases we send her, okay, we got to make certain that we cross every T and dot every I, because she has a very difficult job and her family members have a difficult job. They have to take that and now prove that at a higher burden of proof than what we have. So I applaud our great state attorney, Amira Fox, and her team. They do a phenomenal job, and she is a critical part, and they are a critical part of our success here. And in this county, we have success.
The tip, did you come in through DAS or pre-DAS?
It was an anonymous tip to us, and then we went out. Again, see it, say it, make the call. Mike, we have more people calling us now than ever. And that is why we're successful. We can only be in so many places. But when everyone everywhere is keeping their eyes open and people are trusting in their law enforcement and trusting they can come forward and remain anonymous. Some people are very afraid. They don't want to get involved. Well, we have Crime Stoppers, the 1-800-780-TIPS. We have different ways to communicate. Call us. Please help us. And again, the other side is you, the media, getting the message out once again. I mean, it sickens me that we're here talking about another case of animal abuse. But if you can get that message out from me and helping me get that out, when I say zero tolerance, I mean zero tolerance. No stone unturned. We will, our animal cruelty task force and our detectives do such a great job. And they know when that call comes in, that dreaded call, we go out immediately with all resources. Even the last case, crime scene was out. So we had our district detectives, the animal cruelty detectives, and crime scene, okay? Because when we talk about duct tape, it's analyzing that in a crime scene way. So we have the technology and the manpower to do everything. And in this county, we will utilize that. And those that make that fatal error, those that think they can treat an animal or abuse an animal or neglect an animal or a human being, an elderly, or you know, it's just, we're not going to tolerate it, Mike. No way. Law and order. Law and order.
Thank you.
A quick question about the budget increase. I'm wondering if any of that money is going to go to animals.
Budget increase for what? Exactly.
Yearly budget increase.
Oh, the annual?
Yes.
For Lee County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah. Is any of that money going to go to?
So we, again, our great county commissioners, I mean, I can't say, and I brag about them because there is no I in team, okay? Our great county commissioners and our great county manager, Roger DiGiorle, they have given us all the tools, one, to double down on our narcotics unit, okay? They give us the tools to get more manpower here. A lot of people talk about doing things, okay? They want extra patrols, they want this, they want that. But when it comes down to it, it is the money. And our great county commissioners, our great county manager, they've made it clear. They don't just talk. They come up with action. They give us everything that we can. They made clear that public safety is their #1 concern. There's a reason why people move to Southwest Florida. It's not just palm trees and beaches. We have law and order, okay? And we're going to make certain of it. So our budget is increasing. Our animal cruelty unit will be increasing. And we take things very seriously. We really do. So some of that money will go towards it.
Thank you.
Thank you.